All right, guys, I think this is a really cool news source called Ground News. 68% of Americans say they see too much biased reporting of news, so it's supposed to be objective. And I mean, this whole news cycle, guys, we didn't see any basically takes on any of these mainstream media platforms. So I think Ground News is a really cool source of information because it gives you left, center, and right take.
We all know how biased the news is on all sides. So if you would like to see a side that, transcends with you view that one. If you want to see in the middle, you can view that one. So start demanding your transparency from leaders that actually work for you in the news that's supposed to honestly tell you what is going on. And send this to someone who needs it, because Ground News knocked the price of their top tier Vantage plan down to under $5 a month for our viewers. And it's the same one we've been using to find all these stories, guys. So if you want to stay, if you want to stay up to date, and so they rock with y'all because y'all rock with us, man. Cartier family.
I think it's a good one.
Go to ground.news/Cartier to see what mainstream media will not show you. Save 50% off the Ground News Vantage plan and take back control on how you stay informed.
Yet another government shutdown. A bipartisan bill to keep the lights on was scrapped. And it has a lot of folks asking, who is in charge? Because
we've been asking that.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs. Watch out. But it kind of seems like maybe he is the president because he got a promotion of some sort that none of us knew about. Just look at the clip. You'll understand.
What's your message to Elon Musk?
Well, I was communicating with Elon last night. Elon and Vivek and I are on a text chain together. They understand the situation. They said, it's not directed to you, Mr. Speaker, but we don't like the spending. I said, guess what, fellas? I don't either.
It's pretty clear that they were about to pass the bill, and Musk intervened, and Trump followed him, and now we're headed into this crisis period. Eventually, they're going to have to get together and decide who the president is.
These people are dumb. These people are dumb. Do y'all not know that is literally Elon's job? That is his job. That's what he put him in position to do.
Department of
Spending.
Government
What?
efficiency.
Oh my God. These people are actually idiots.
Him and Vivek said this is not efficient for our country.
And that's what it is. And Trump might, if Trump ain't gonna, he probably ain't spend no time reading it, but he say, that's why I put you in that position, brother. I don't like it either. So now y'all saying that Elon is the president? Come on, man.
Well, he hired them to do that.
I want to know where they come up with this stuff. Like, how did you get, Elon thinks he's the president? Like,
literally, the left.
In what way has this him acting like the president?
I don't know.
They act like
They're
the
dumb.
Department of Government Efficiency is not about to be a thing, and they're already starting to show how they're going to operate. I mean, let's not play dumb
That's
here.
literally what he said he was going to do. But the left is outraged about that on X right now.
They're always outraged about something. Motherfuckers always complaining about something.
Oh my gosh, man. I brought you here to play point guard, and they're mad he playing point guard, man. I ain't mad.
And it's
So, I mean, why? What's going on? Anybody? I'll take it from anybody. What do y'all think is going on?
Well, it's a long-standing D.C. tradition, if we want to call it that the Congress decides until the 11th hour right before Christmas to fund the government.
Why?
And it's ridiculous. They think jet fumes and getting home for the holidays makes people more likely to compromise. But Trump doesn't want this government funding bill passed because he doesn't want the debt ceiling to be raised in June when he's president. Republicans generally don't want to vote to raise the debt ceiling. They generally don't want to sign into law an increase in it. So Trump's actually aligned with Elon on this. Here's what I'm fascinated by. They both have main character energy. They both want to be powerful and the people in charge. And I'm not convinced that this alliance is going to be super long lasting. There's just a chance there's going to be friction between Elon and Trump. But I will say this, there was a micro drama brewing. Nick Jonas, one of my other favorite Jonas brother, retweeted something with Elon Musk, and people just dragged him and came for him and were like, how could you support this guy? I would just remind folks, we think of Elon as like the chaotic guy who tweets about politics on the internet. A lot of America thinks of a guy who builds rockets, who created Starlink, which could save thousands of lives.
Here's the thing, he's on track to be the first trillionaire in this country. And he wants to cut funding for farmers, for example. You know, as they say, no farmers, no food.
No,
you know?
but-
And other working people.
Well,
So he's like the Grinch who stole Christmas, this guy. So why should anybody praise him?
My
Why?
point is the
Tell me.
disconnect, I think, between like average Americans who think of him and associate him with actually great things he's done. Tesla has done great things for this country and for this economy. And they're not thinking about that he's tweeting about government funding bills or conspiracy theories.
The problem is people really need to understand that he is not an elected official. Yeah. So he's in an advisory position, and so he's going to have conflict of interest with all of his businesses, because if he were an elected official, there would be a system of checks and balances, and he would have to divest from those businesses. So he's going to earn money from our government while running our government. And as Hakeem Jeffries said in a press conference, but also in this tweet, he said House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government, hurt the working class Americans they claim to support.
Y'all know who that is, right? That's the light-skinned nigga we just reacted to.
Yeah.
At the end.
Avery Bradley?
Yeah, whatever.
He looked like Avery Bradley.
Stupid.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Every time you don't agree, you're a bad person. You don't care about the working class. You don't want to send hundreds of billions and raise the debt. You don't care.
But hold on.
You don't care
You know,
about
it's
the working
interesting.
class.
It's interesting the way that they always take it and spin it to push the narrative. Like we just read what the bill had. It raises their salaries, $60 billion to Ukraine, billions to trans surgeries, another $500 million on some other bull. What was it? $100 million to Ukraine, $60 billion to Syria. Like
It was
what?
money to the LGBTQ trans people. Guys, that would literally raise inflation. So guess what raising inflation would do? Hurt the working class. Right. Are you guys that dumb? For real.
I hate the way the Democrats always make it seem like if we don't do something, it's just so bad. Like it's just really ridiculous. Like why are you guys doing a disservice and painting this as a negative thing rather than showing why they're disconnected, and covering why there's a disconnect, and covering why that one side wants to fund this and one side doesn't. Why don't you cover and give us the facts?
My God.
You're like brushing over the details and the intricacies that really led to where we are in this decision and just painting it as a narrative.
And guess what?
Like what?
How did the working class feel during this election?
Oh.
They felt like the Democrats weren't for the working class. Correct? So
correct.
come on, man. Let's be for real, bro. Y'all actually, hey man, we gotta get this show off, man. We gotta get a lot of shows off.
Yeah.
People actually hear this, bro.
So what's the difference of sending the people the money now and not sending the money now? It'll be the same thing they're going through right now, right?
Who? Ukraine and them? I get,
Ukraine, the
yes, because they
farmers,
know that
everything.
when Trump and them get in there, that they're not gonna allow
They're gonna
stupid shit
rewrite
to
the
happen.
bill, I think.
They're not gonna allow stupid shit to happen. So they're trying to hurry up. So then that's probably Republicans like, man, look, man, government shut down. Y'all gonna come doing this dumbass shit. That's just probably what happened, man.
Money from our government while running our government. And as Hakeem Jeffries said in a press conference, but also in this tweet, he said House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government, hurt the working class Americans they claim to support. You break the bipartisan agreement, you own the consequences that follow. And that the consequences are exactly, Joy, what you're talking about. They are hurting working people. You want to keep on saying they're hurting their own voters. Everybody keeps on saying, the Republicans are now the party of the working class. Well, working class is about to be
Well, and let
hurt.
us remind you, when the government shuts down, Congress still receives pay, which I think should not...
Members, but not staff. That always irks me.
Members, but they also, in the spending bill, asked for a raise. And normally I'm all for people having living wages, but they make $175,000, which is more than 90% of this country. If they cannot figure out how to do the one job they have, which is not bend the knee to their party, but serve the people, they don't deserve a raise, and they should not get one.
Thank you. I tell y'all, shit be making sense, bro.
Well, what we just handed this card, there's a lot of conflicts of interest with Elon Musk. Tesla received $41.9 million in federal contracts, about $4.9 billion in government subsidies.
Yes, they did.
A $465 million low-interest loan from the Department of Energy.
Yes, they did.
And these are all the things he wants to cut.
Yes.
That's the piss off.
Yes.
He wants to cut, he wants to keep other people from getting these same subsidies. I don't understand. Listen, they keep talking about how the elites are in. Well, now the elites are in, and this is how elites treat you.
Yes.
This is how elites do it.
Right.
I mean, where I'm at on the government funding bill is this. If Republicans are going to throw Mike Johnson under the bus for compromising and coming up with a bipartisan deal that Democrats were going to vote for, then they need to come up with how with their 1-2 seat majority, they can pass it with all Republican votes. And that's going to be a lot harder to do.
Somebody told me when they vote secretly, like they did in this case, was it, or was it Matt Gaetz' case?
Oh, that was Gaetz.
It was Gaetz.
Then they vote different, though, when they are...
That's what leadership races are often different results than what you publicly expect because nobody sees how they're voting.
And also, think about this. If they don't vote publicly, Musk warned on X, any member of the House or Senate who votes for this outrageous spending bill deserves to be voted out in 2 years.
But I don't understand. You are not in office yet.
Yes, but
you are not an elected official. You are not an elected official.
Yeah.
And somebody has to come up with how this is going to work because there can't be 9 presidents.
No.
It just can't be. You know.
They keep insisting that he won a mandate. He did not win a mandate.
Who won a mandate?
Trump.
That they say that Trump won in a mandate. He did not win in a mandate.
Yeah,
meaning
he did not. That he won overwhelmingly.
He won by
about 1.5 million
votes.
But about 1 million
it doesn't
votes.
matter.
It was a very close race.
He won. He's the one that we have to have this
If people
dialogue
voted for
with.
Trump, they didn't vote for Elon.
They didn't vote for E.
I was asking Alyssa backstage. So let's say this shutdown happens, right? And it's happened before. Yeah. What happens to the country?
So it can have major economic consequences. To give people to assuage some fears. Social Security still goes out. Medicare and Medicaid does. Troops will work without pay. They will get back pay after the fact. The Defense Department is still funded, so our operations, our country is still safe.
Troops don't get
paid.
paid?
Not until afterwards. Small business loans will be paused. WIC benefits can be temporarily stopped. It's pretty catastrophic. And it's everyone in D.C. knows it's terrible for the government to shut down. They've got to get this figured out. And if they have to stay and work through Christmas,
literally have
they work through.
one job.
One job. Fund it.
But they're being led by 7,000 people. Everybody's got their finger in here. It's different if you're on a show and you have an opinion. That's different. When you're doing what this guy is doing, it's not right. You are not an elected official. People didn't vote for you. Now, if you want to be an elected official, then come out and say, listen, I want to run for the presidency.
He can't because he's South African born.
Yes.
He's a U.S. citizen, but
he's a U.S. citizen.
He can't run for president.
But they are saying now, U.S. citizen. Yes, he is legal.
Actually, Rand Paul suggested this morning that they should make Elon the Speaker of the House. Because remember how it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be someone within Congress.
Then he would never do it. He would have to give up some of these government.
He'd have to give up.
Thank God. Shoot, bro. I was about to like literally beg you, please, bro, please turn this off, bro.
Yeah, that was hard.
Gracious.
That was tough,
bro. It's like they just come up with they draw their own conclusions. They sit here act like they're like American citizens, and any of this stuff would ever affect any of them. All of you are millionaires.
Elite. You guys are elites.
Especially some.
You guys literally have millions.
Millions of dollars. They live in their high horses. They come on TV with their fancy clothes and designer clothes and their fancy jewelry, and they talk down to us, tell us how we should feel, how we should vote, what we should care about, this and that. Please shut the fuck up.
Man, it's just like
then I'm sorry. Then she's talking about they both have main character energy. I don't know how this is gonna last. They're men. That's not how men operate. I know that's a woman thing.
About main
You know what I'm
character
saying?
energy.
I know with women, you guys are catty and y'all have a hard time getting along. Don't say I'm sexist. That is a fact. But that's not gonna happen here. Sorry. I'm just keeping it 100. We gotta keep it 1,000.
I'm surprised they never, ever bring up anything bad that Joe Biden did. And he's in office right now.
They love Joe Biden.
We don't know who's running.
They worship
Exactly. They're
Joe
talking
Biden.
about is Elon the president? We don't know who's the president. We haven't known who's the president the last 2 years.
Jill
in
Biden.
Actually, America. We have
might
had
be
no
Jill.
idea. It might be Jill. It could be Kamala. It could be Obama. It could be Michelle. We don't know who the hell it is. We just know that Joe is not running shit, and that is just like a fact. Everyone knows that. I can't say it's a fact, but a lot of people have speculated that, Joe Biden is a little old, because y'all say Trump is too old. So if Trump is too old, Joe Biden is definitely too old. I
mean,
so
look,
I just don't understand.
The government
bro.
shut down. We know everybody. I mean, it sounds bad. It
Yeah,
does. We know it's bad. Nobody wants that.
It's
But-
nothing bad, bro. It happened before.
Okay,
My mama was in office when Barack Obama. They gonna get that money back. Everybody gonna still do their job.
Yeah, okay, but
Everything
they gonna pay
run
like
regular.
they gonna pay like the soldiers like on the
They
back
gon-
end.
Yes, they gonna get that money back.
Okay, but that's still bad though. We gotta be real. Look, that's bad.
They're not gonna see they check at the end of the month anyway, or the next 2 weeks anyway. anyway, so you're gonna have to wait on
we
it.
probably got like 30 more days. It's probably
Bro,
not gonna see it for a month.
Bro, it's
gonna be a month. It's gonna be a month, some change.
19 days.
What's the date? The 20, around the 20th? It's gonna be a little, it's gonna be some days, bro. But I mean, either way, I mean, look, they said maybe WIC's gonna be canceled. Stuff. I mean,
What is WIC?
WIC is like for food. Like I guess it's like
I promise you,
food
government
stamps
subsidy.
and stuff.
I promise you, the
Yeah.
women gonna end up getting their money, bro. Somebody else gonna end up hurting in the back end, bro.
No, but I'm just, bro, so you don't think it's not nothing wrong? It's like not a con at all.
So you think they just gonna let the
There's cons.
it's gonna be a con?
Look,
bro.
so you think America is just gonna say everybody just stop doing what you're doing if you have a government official job?
I'm not saying that, brother. I didn't say specifically what nothing.
So
was
you
gonna-
saying
I
WIC
said it's
gonna
gonna
be
be cons.
And there is
What
cons.
cons gonna happen?
What the cons? I think Alyssa just said WIC gonna be canceled. The Army and people in the
They're
Air
gonna
Force.
still be working. And
Okay,
gonna
but
get
they're gonna be
paid
working,
later.
but they're not gonna get their money every 2 weeks. They're gonna get their money probably in a month from now. So like,
They're
if
gonna still
they
get
got
paid.
$0, guess what? They're gonna be eating in a cafeteria.
They're gonna be straight.
They're not gonna be
bro.
able to go out and. I'm just saying.
I
I'm just
promise
saying.
you, I
Look,
lived through this
look.
before. You know.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is definitely gonna be cons. I'm just saying though, if it has to get to that level, it has to be a reasoning for that. It has to be that these people cannot come to an agreement at all, and people just like, all right, let's just shut it down. Because these people have to be that extreme. Who wants to send more taxpayer dollars to Ukraine and to transgender people? That I just couldn't allow that. So hey, let's just shut down the government for a couple days. I mean, hey,
It's
I
not
feel
a
like,
good thing, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, that's what it is, man. Hey, man, these women are all brainless guys, and this might actually be one of the worst ones for real. Yeah, man, we out of here, y'all. Let us know what y'all think in the comments.